Hello, my name is Mary Rohlicek, and this is Beginning Drawing and Painting. I want to tell you a little bit about myself and the class that your student is taking. So, about me, I'm 27 years here at LT. I did my student teaching back in '92. I have a bachelor's in fine arts in art ed from U of I and a master's in painting. I also have a master's in curriculum and instruction from Concordia. I do love taking classes. I am the curriculum coordinator for art and on the Faculty Association's exec board. I'm also the advisor for Menagerie, art advisor, and I'll tell you a little bit about Menagerie in a bit. I live in LaGrange, and my husband is a LaGrange sergeant, and also I have two kids, George and Katie. George is 22, and Katie is 19, and currently at U of I, so it's kind of fun for me. All right, so what are your kids going to be doing? A lot of observational drawing. When people say that they don't know how to draw, what it is that they don't know how to draw what's in front of them. And so we find it important to start there. And so there's a lot of observational drawing that happens in beginning drawing. And what we do is we have lots of little tricks and instruction to help them get to be able to see better and therefore draw what they see. And so you'll see some still lifes coming out. You'll see drawings of shoes. We're going to do figure drawing, and also they're going to draw their self-portrait. So they will get a lot of experience in observational drawing. There will be a few painting units, and in that they'll learn color theory. They'll also learn how to use the different paints. We're going to use watercolors and hopefully acrylics. And currently, that's what we're waiting on is my paints. And you can see behind me, I've got a lot of artwork and art materials. And I'm going to be making some kits for your students. Hopefully within the next week or so, we will get all of our supplies, and then I'll be letting them know when they can come and pick it up. I'll have both a during the week hours and also on the weekend, probably on a Saturday. There are some design units. For instance, currently we're in the perspective unit, and so the students are learning 1 and 2 point perspective. They will do a collage, and there will be some abstract art. Grading. Everyone always asks, how do you grade art? It's got to be impossible. It really isn't. Typically, students are graded by the criteria that's given at the beginning of the project. So, for instance, if we're doing a still life, I'm going to ask them to make sure that there's no outlines, that they fill the page, that they show shading, lights to darks accurately. And so if those things aren't in there, or if they're only done so well, that's how the grade goes. We will always have a critique at the end of each project. And that's when we discuss the art and say how it's going. Projects are worth 80% of the student's coursework, so that's the biggest part. 20% is design work. Design work is like doing pre-work, some practice, doing sketchbooks, all that stuff. So they will have some grades in design. There is going to be a third category in Infinite Campus that you'll see, and that one is called participation. You'll notice that that does not have any points associated with it. It will either say missing or turned in. The reason I have that category is because I think it's very important, especially in remote learning, that your student stays on task. And so making sure their work is turned in when the critique is supposed to happen is super important. And so if you see a lot of missings, you might want to talk to your student about the fact that they're maybe not keeping on task. All right, this class can also be taken credit, no credit. If you have any questions about that, just talk to your student's counselor. All right, besides Infinite Campus, your students have Canvas, and Canvas is where they're going to get all of their information. So this is my Canvas page, and what you will see is the Zoom link for the class. Underneath are some important informational buttons like where to get help with technology, my syllabus, and also a button that they can click on to do a Zoom link with me Tuesday through Friday from 7:45 to 8:45. They just have to email me the day before and schedule something. Underneath that shows the weekly schedule. and I put the latest on top so they don't have to scroll down a lot, but they will be able to access anything that they've missed if they're not in class that day. All right, art club. Well, this is a crazy year, but they are still planning to have art club. You just won't see it in the room currently. So they are looking to try to figure out ways to do clubs remotely so that students have other areas to be involved. I will be letting students know as soon as they figure out how these are going to look. Now, menagerie, that's my baby. I am the art advisor. I've been doing this for about 9 years. And what it is that students will get together and they're gonna look at all these submissions of art and literature, and they're gonna decide which ones are the strongest to go into the magazine. And then I teach students how to use the program InDesign to make the layouts. Art staff doesn't meet until March, so we're not really sure how that's gonna look this year, but I will tell you, last year we ended being in school right at the start of Menagerie, and we still were able to produce the magazine. Students took it upon themselves to get it done at home. It was amazing. So I will be letting your students know more about that in the coming weeks. All right, anytime your student wants to email me, have them make sure that they're using their LT email. And if you're having any trouble with how to set up an email account or use a smartphone device to log in, just call the school. They will set you up and make sure that you're ready to go. If you ever have any questions, please feel free to contact me. If you look below, it's mrohlicek@lths.net. You can also just go to the home page and look up art and you'll find my name. Okay, well, I hope that this worked out well for you. And again, I'm just going to give you a little show behind me. That's where you're going to see the art supplies, and they should be coming in the next couple of days. Well, actually, probably it's going to be at least a week. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.